spend some time with me while I prep my plants before leaving for a few days. We are going out of town just for a couple of days, so not that long at all, but lots of plants in here are really thirsty, so I need to go around, make sure that everyone's watered. I thought it might be fun to spend some time together, show you what I do before leaving. And honestly, this is what I do whether I'm leaving for 2 days or 10. Mostly a ton of watering. I'll also give you like the closing tips of like how exactly I'm gonna leave the room in terms of grow lights and windows and things like that. But yeah, I thought that we could spend some time together while I make sure that everyone is hydrated. It's been so hot and things are drying up so quickly. But typically I would wait, like I would push my plants to the brink of very, very dehydrated if I'm leaving for a longer period of time. This is only a couple of days, but some of those plants are at that stage, even though I watered like maybe 5 days ago max. Most of them, I feel like everyone was really nicely hydrated not that long ago, but again, it's been so hot that lots of things are really thirsty. So we'll go through everyone, probably make another list of things that need to be tended to afterward, and then just make sure that everyone's hydrated. And again, I'll give you like closing tips of exactly how I will leave things once I'm actually gone. Yes, I'm drinking tea. It has been a full week of an allergy flare-up, just kind of going in and out, and yesterday was pretty bad. I'm feeling actually a lot better today than I was yesterday, but anyway, I'm drinking tea. I have surrendered to that. Anyway, I hope that that sounds good to you. I'm thinking that we will just make our way around the room. So we'll start over here at the corner of my desk with like the 3 plants that are on the stand closer to the floor, and then make our way around. And yeah, let's get started. I just realized that I'm completely out of my nutrient-rich cocktail. I just need to mix some more up. So let's start by mixing more of my nutrient-rich cocktail. I figured it's been a minute since I've shown you how I do it, so I can show you how I do it and what all goes into that. And then while that is, because the silica needs to marinate for like a good 15-20 minutes, while that's marinating, we will come back in the room and start putting plants in the shower and things like that. Let's start in this corner right here. All of these 3 are desperate for a drink of water, so we're going to take them into the shower. And then I actually just watered my varicosum yesterday, but I do want to find a nice pretty couch pot for it, because it occurred to me yesterday after I watered it that it's just making a mess every time I do. So we will start with these 3, and actually we will also grab this Syndapsis exotica up there to take to the shower. Let's see, what else can I take to the shower right now? I think that that's good for now. That'll be the first round. had to do a brief intermission because we had a dog drop off, a dog that was going home from a 2-week boarding train. But I think I'm just gonna continue going around the room. I'm going to water. You can't see very well, but the Vici and the Wendy over here, or at least check for watering. Oh no, it looks like my hygrometer went out. Probably needs a new battery. And then just go around the room. And I do know that I'm gonna have to water my Taniki, but that one needs to go in the shower. And then for sure the moss pools over here at the end of this like U-turn. But I do have those other plants in the shower draining for now. So hopefully by the time I'm done going around, the shower is available and I can put more plants in there. And it's not that more plants don't fit in there right now. It's that I'm just really weird about commingling plants. And I know that they're in the same room together and everything, but you know, if there's a potential that they have anything on them, I don't want it spreading, or I don't know, at least I feel like for my peace of mind, if I'm avoiding it if I'm not placing them together. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, maybe it's extra, but that's just what I do. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna start here and go around, and I don't think I need to turn the fan off. I think I'll be okay. This Anthurium puppy has honestly been looking pretty sad since I got him. It lost one of its original leaves. It does have a growth point in there, but I don't know. Maybe, actually not maybe. Let's add him to the list of things we need to look into. I have to show you the newest leaf on my crystallinum. Okay, so we know we need to water the Taniki. We're gonna have to come back for him, and I actually think that we need to water several of these Hoya that also need the shower. So we are looking at 1, 2, 3 more rounds of shower plants. I watered most of my cabinet yesterday, so those are all good, both cabinets. But let's just move on to the console, and yeah, just keep making our way around. Really quick, I'll show you my Alocasia mellow. So I don't know what her deal is. I'm basically doing like same conditions I did for my Maharani, and yeah, she's not really growing. Clearly doesn't look happy right now. So we'll add her to the list about plants to investigate, but I may move on from her. Oh my gosh, there are roots on these 2 Alocasia Regal Shield corms. I'm so excited. Okay, we'll put her back. I have not tended to the serpents. This is really like 911 situation. We're gonna have to do as soon as I'm back. Add that to the list. This has some yellowing, but overall she looks good. I don't usually water like directly in these cash pots, but for the sake of time, that's what we're doing. Never mind about the reflection in the mirror over there, but I'm wondering if these also need to be watered. This one I just watered, so I know she's okay. This is the one, the propagation, the two that I potted up together. I just brought her in here yesterday. And then, oh yeah, we should water her. And then the Hoya, I did want to show you, she's continued to brown her existing leaves, but also it's in the transition, so we're not going to judge her too harsh. The new leaf is going to be really beautiful, and I did want to show you. Look at these roots. So it's just a matter, it's a waiting game now. We'll see how it goes, but okay. We're going to need those in the shower. The Bookmark flame was watered yesterday. These were watered just a few days ago. They're hydrated. And let's move on to these. Ooh, actually my Linearis and my Crimson Princess are probably thirsty. The Neon Pothos is thirsty, and we know that the poles are thirsty. In the interest of time that I'm quickly running out of, it's like 5 o'clock or a little bit after 5, I'm gonna go ahead and just bring the plants from the shower that are not fully drained back into their spot, and they can just drip on the floor, I guess. And because Taniki, I know, is more resilient to drought, we are going to move on to water the Monsteras, and then after the Monsteras we'll do the moss poles, and then hopefully the Hoya after that. Yeah, I'm just going on like drought tolerant order the best that I can. I was hoping to be done by now, but okay, let's move on. Bring them in soaking like that, but again, in the spirit of time, But let's remove some of those crispy leaves off the monstera. I should just remove this whole leaf, but I can't bring myself to do that. Let's add this guy to the list. I think we just need to chop and prop all the way back. He's growing in all white and yeah, not good. I've been promising you I'm going to add Epsom salt to this and I haven't done it. So I did order it now though. But I also didn't want to talk to you about, it's really thirsty so don't judge. But I think I also want to chop and prop this just to like start it over. So that's on the list. Okay, I think I'm in a pretty good spot. I do have the Taniki and several of the Hoya that need watering. I'm going to give those poles, I don't know, like 10 minutes to drain, and then I'll bring them back. I'll take the Hoya in, and then last I'll do the Taniki. We do have a nice list going of things I need to do. The Plebidoides I didn't mention, but I need to figure out a way to stake it because it's growing like this, and we kind of just need to tame it a little, but that should be and easy to do at some point. I think I'm gonna try to go find the pot I want to put my varicosum in, and then hopefully after that we can continue and finish up. Otherwise I'm gonna pack real quick and then I'll come back and finish up. You may be able to hear the vacuum. My husband's vacuuming in the living room, but this is the pot that I brought for my varicosum. It's not the one that I was thinking, but I can't find for the life of me the one that is in my head that I wanted for it. I know at one point I had my Snow Queen Pothos pole in it. I don't know, but this is gonna have to do, and I am gonna use one of these lids. These are like takeout lids that I use as like just catch trays or coasters or whatever, just to like protect the surface of the desk. But yeah, so let's set that up. Much better. actually just went through and, you know, like really felt all the Hoya leaves over there, and the only one that really needs water is the Croniana Super Silver. So I'm just gonna take her over to the sink and give her a water there as to like for time efficiency purposes. And then after that, all I have is the Taniki. And I did want to point out that all of this watering that I've done so far has only taken up about half of my 3-gallon water jug. So I guess that's good to know for me, mental note. Okay, so we're almost there. I guess just really quickly, we can add this to the list of plants that we need to tend to. She urgently needs a haircut, and like just, I mean, a lot of these like dried up leaves are gonna fall off when I water right now, but yeah, she needs a little bit of a re-situation in here, and she's blooming. But she blooms really often and vigorously, and I do like how these blooms smell. Okay, let's go to the sink. It is 7:15, so it's been about 2 hours since I came back after that initial watering and the dog drop off. So, I mean, not terrible timing, not great, but I guess not terrible. I also, again, make things a little bit more difficult for me. Like, I don't have a situation set up where I can just water in place if they're not in pond. And I mean, I do prefer it that way. I like to take them all into the shower and rinse them off. That's just what I prefer to do for my plants, but that's okay. I'm gonna call it. The 2 remaining Hoya are draining in the shower, and then I will water the Taniki probably like overnight. Like, it'll be the last thing I do before bed. Once those Hoya are done draining, then I'll just put the Taniki in the shower and water him through, and then he can drain overnight, and in the morning before we go, I'll return him back to his spot. But I feel good. Everyone's hydrated in here. Everyone out there is hydrated. I was like, through the week, I've made sure that everyone was kept up with, because I knew that we would be going again. This is only a couple days, so it's not like the plants wouldn't have survived, but yeah, it's just really warm, so it was necessary. Briefly, a couple of things I'm gonna do tomorrow, or how I will leave the space, particularly because it is so warm, is I am gonna close the curtains on this window just to keep some of the heat out sort of thing. And I am reducing the grow light time from, they're on for 12 hours right now. I'm just gonna reduce it to 8, and in general I'm probably just gonna keep it that way throughout summer, to be honest, because things are drying out so fast. And then the fan I'm gonna keep on low just for circulation, and the door obviously to this room stays open. But that is it. The grow light situation, or like the closing the window thing and like reducing light, is mostly just for my sanity. Again, I'm only gonna be gone a couple of days, but in general, like, things are just drying out too quickly. So that is a way to kind of have the water last a little bit longer. But otherwise, I think that's it. If I forgot anything, I will insert, like, yeah, see the description for something else or whatever. But if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you so much for joining. Bye.